Hello everyone. As usual, Thursday, and we have Trading Pit together with Lachlan. Lachlan, hello. Let's all together make sure that Zoom is working properly. You guys can chat, you guys can see us and hear us. Could you please let us know that everything is working for you? And also the guys on YouTube, same question for you.
Yeah, we look like we're heading in the right direction. So I'll move chat around, make sure we're good to go. Okay, now Zoomers, so those people on Zoom, can you give us a quick sound check, please? Sound check. Sound check. Tech check. FDAX is setting up the most incredible reversal as we talk. So I'm thinking it's going to be a volatile day. Remy, we've got good sound. All right.
Awesome.
Young Christian, we are
Great.
good. We are good to go.
Amazing guys and girls. From my side, what I'm just gonna tell is, first of all, I'm gonna wish you, as usual, lots of discipline and lots of great setups. And yeah, for you guys, for Lachlan as well, a quick reminder that today we are starting the campaign and the trading pit for 40% discount for first-time clients only, and on some challenges, not on all challenges. One of them, which is interesting for all of you here, is Futures 50K. So you guys, if you haven't tried the trading pit yet and you are thinking about getting a futures account with us, you can use 40% discount with the code NEWTTV40 and get the discount. And Lachlan, it's also for you in case some of the guys are asking. And at this point, Lachlan, what's your prediction for the market? We're gonna try to come back from yesterday.
I'm just getting pounded with messages, right? Literally, right as we do this. People are like, Lockie, where do you think the market's going to go? So we got hammered. I say we got hammered. That's not correct. The market got hammered yesterday because of a big sell down, because of some comments made by Trump. Now, whether you love Trump or hate Trump, he's really good for volatility. So we've got at least 2 years of really good volatility left. I would suggest today, based on the 4-hour charts, these guys are going to try and climb back up to a key 4-hour Fibonacci, which would be, ideally, it'll be probably the 61.8 4-hour Fib. So we're just going to basically try, and the damage yesterday was quite significant. So they're just probably going to try and climb back against it and repair some of that damage over the next sort of 3 to 4 days. So,
all right.
So what does it mean today? We're looking for long range longs and short range shorts, unless Trump comes out and says something again, and then we're going to have to change.
Imagine going back to back every day, two different speeches on a daily basis with different directions. Then it's going to be really difficult to trade.
I've asked him to tweet me. So can you send me a private message before you send out dumb messages, just so I can tell everyone to sell the market before it comes out. But that's, mate, we can see. So the funny thing is, when silly messages come out, we can see the candles twitching anyway, because all the algos don't know how to interpret the news. So they start trading against each other and blow each other up. So it's not difficult to see when something silly goes on. So today we're just going to have to be careful. We've got an expectation the market's going to go a long way to the high side. And it's probably going to try and sell down first, and then boom, off we go. That'll be the normal thing. So.
All right, it's fantastic, guys and girls. I'm gonna wish you a wonderful session as usual. Lots of setups, no silly messages, and have fun.
Thanks. Perfect. So, guys and girls, I hope you are completely magic. I'm just making sure that we've got the right shares running. Everything's running, so we are good to rock and roll. So that is good. I've got good sound. So we're looking pretty good. So, guys, welcome. My name is Lockie. I'm going to be running the session for you today. Guys, we're running the session for TTP, guys, on behalf of Samurai Day Trading out of Singapore. Guys, I'm one of the co-founders of Samurai, and as you're probably going to pick up, I was a very, very passionate trader, but in saying that, a very, very simple trader. We've been doing basically exactly what we're going to do today. We've been doing that since the 1st of August 2009. Guys, not to be rude, nothing really changes. Guys, nothing really changes for us. We are futures traders for very, very good reasons. So if anybody out there on YouTube is wondering why we trade futures and not Forex, for example, I've written a book on it. So you guys are more than happy to download that book and have a crack. Now, guys, today, Jeff, no image. Oh, let me see what is going on here. You should be able to see a PowerPoint. Okay, so has that popped up for you now? Because I'm hoping it has. Because all of the technology, perfect. All the technology was working. So now we're good. So guys, I started my career in 2007. Guys, really got into it in 2009. Guys, in early 2010, guys, I was working with my trading coach out of the US. Guys, and we basically concluded trading is not easy, but it is incredibly simple. So the best way the best way for you to trade very, very well, guys, very, very well, is basically let the market create the signals for you, guys. Once you learn how to trade the pure price movement of the market, you get really, really good at that, guys. Then you'll probably have good weeks after good weeks after good weeks. So one of the best ways to teach people how to trade is a live trading room. I've got to say, guys and girls, there's a lot of trading schools out there in the world that can't run live trading rooms because ultimately what they do doesn't work. I quite like doing the opposite of that. I like being the one that is running the live trading room, guys, so we can prove 4 things. Immediate proof of performance, guys. We can build confidence every day. There's nowhere to hide. And ultimately, if there's any questions at all, guys, it's an incredible format to answer questions. Guys, we do run 3 live trading rooms 5 days a week. So we've got a European Open European room, which is where we're in at the moment. We've got a European Open US room for S&P and NASDAQ. And we've also got a US close live trading room, which is going really, really well. Because we've got a number of Aussies, and Kiwis in the session today, we've got to go through some of the strictest compliance, which I think is really, really good fun. So first and foremost, because we are trading futures and some people are trading CFDs today, guys, we've got to identify that both trading strategies involve risk. There's 2 risks in trading: risk of making money and also losing money. Because we are trading on margin, then that risk is magnified in both directions. So you will find that we are ultimately professional risk controllers, guys, and we're very, very good at controlling our risk quickly. Very good at controlling our risk quickly and then letting that profit run as far as it possibly can. Now, that being said, guys, everything we do today is general information only. The past performance of all financial products is no longer allowed to be used as an indication of future performance, guys. The FDAX is setting up a very, very nice reversal short at this point in time as I talk to you. Now, guys, market risk factors, because we are talking about trading today, guys, we're talking about trading over the internet. Guys, I'm going to do my best to guide you in and out of the market as best as I possibly can. Guys, at the end of the day, the entry price that I seek to get might be different to yours. The exit price that you get might be different to mine. It's just a variable that we have to take into account. So what we're going to do is give you as much warning as possible. Typically, guys, around about 60 to 90 seconds warning that we're going to be taking a trade, and then we'll just watch what the market does, confirm whether that trade sets up. Now, my history is very, 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 very quickly. Again, I started, guys, my trading journey on the 1st of August 2007. That's when I discovered futures trading. I actually opened Australia's only dedicated futures trading school on the 1st of August 2009. Guys, I've been teaching futures trading ever since. I've had an opportunity, guys, to travel the world with futures, as we now base in Singapore. So the company is based in Singapore. We live between Japan and Singapore. I've got 3 little kids. One of them just turned 13, which is very, very scary. But suffice to say, well, I've got a 13, a 10, and a 4. And the 4 thinks that she runs the entire house. Let me tell you, guys. Now we're all on all the social medias, guys. A big point for those on YouTube. We do have a ton of videos on YouTube, as we are approaching. We're approaching 500,000 views on YouTube. I think this morning we're sitting at about 460,000. Which is really exciting. Really, really exciting. The YouTube channel's not old, guys, not old, but we are gathering momentum, which is really good. Guys, if you got any questions at all, any tech support questions, info@Samurai, guys. Everything else goes to say hello at Samurai. So if you want to find out about what we do, how we do it, courses that we run, the advanced trading course that's on in November in Bali this year, guys, if you want to come along to that, guys, please reach out to Samurai and they will give you all of the information that you need. Now, speaking of information, as we do run a daily, dearie me, it must be Friday. we run daily, must run daily live trading rooms, but we run a monthly, guys. We run a monthly trader support hub, guys, on the last Thursday of the month. Guys, so if you need questions answered, if you want to find out more about what we do, guys, the hub is completely free. Guys, it is without obligation. It's run for members and non-members. And guys, typically, if you're doing a bit of a recon, like, are these guys the real deal, so on and so forth, guys, come along to the hub, meet some of the best traders, listen to their stories. Guys, it's really, really quite good fun. Now, guys, in terms of the trading room today, we're running an FDAX-centric trading room. Ultimately, I'm going to focus on 4 strategies over there on the left-hand side to read the signals. The screens are highlighted, guys, in these purple squares. So that's what we're basically going to be looking at. As our primary execution chart is the FDAX 5-minute chart. And as we've been doing, guys, since 2009, we're basically going to let the market generate the signal for us. Guys, we're only going to take super high probability trades. Guys, we want to target a well over a plus 90% strike rate, as we've done all week this week. So that's what we're going to target, and ultimately we're going to do our best. Guys, the way to do your best in the game of trading is just follow the rules. Guys, the rules will keep you out of trouble. Fear and greed will get you into trouble. So we've got to be very careful of fear and greed. Guys, has anyone else ever experienced fear and greed when it comes to trading? I know I have. So guys, fear and greed will pull you apart very quickly, guys, in the game of trading. All right, now we're going to cruise up to the weekly chart. As effectively what's occurred is Trump came out yesterday and said a whole lot of things about a whole lot of people. The market didn't like it. They've obviously started the war again in Iran. Market didn't like that either. So we got a huge meltdown. What it ultimately means is the FESX, the European markets last night, actually tried to trigger a weekly short and they were repelled. Right? So we've tried to trigger a weekly short. That weekly short was repelled quite heavily. Guys, that will be seen as a hint today that we need to be buying the market. Now, ideally, what they're going to do is, if we go down to the daily candle, they will try and do a number of things. Guys, they will try and do a number of things. This green Fibonacci, guys, that's my normal daily. That's my normal 4-hour Fibonacci, but we're going to use it today here. The reason we're going to do that is typically when we get like a correction candle like this, it's obviously a news-inspired correction. These guys will typically sell down, fail at a Fibonacci, turn around and go back the other way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that Fibonacci up like this, and ideally, probably retrace down to the 50 fib, maybe the 61.8 fib. So if we get an initial sell down, right, so anybody that's short on the FDAX already, as per my comment about 15 minutes ago, if you are short on the FDAX, guys, you do want to try and hold that short as far as you can, but as we always do, guys, you want to cut your risk off quickly. So if they are not ready to sell down hard yet, then you've got no exposure in the market. So what these guys will typically do is they'll typically sell down to a key Fibonacci level. So they'll typically sell down to a key Fibonacci level. They will then fail. The buyers will then come back in and say, hey, we got damaged yesterday by an unexpected news announcement. We need to turn it around and go back the other way. Now, a couple of things, guys, when it comes to going back the other way. First and foremost, we have a gap to close from yesterday. We have a gap to close from the previous day. We also have gaps to close to the downside, guys, to the downside. There is a gap literally all the way down here. So at some point in time, we have to go down here and here. Now you're talking massive global correction. Do I think that's going to occur today? I don't think that's going to occur today. So we'll keep our eye on the prize, guys. What's probably going to occur today, these guys are going to sell down to a key market level. So these guys will sell down to a key market level. They will turn around. I've just noticed that just hold on one second. My VMix is stuck on the slides. Let me just fix this. Otherwise, it means my YouTube friends are seeing a PowerPoint presentation. They're not actually seeing our charts. Let me just fix this. Let me just fix this. So you guys should be there. So VMix now should be on charts. Perfect. Now we're on charts. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what we've got, guys, what we've got in this case here, what I want everybody to do, just to get ready for the sell down, is draw a Fibonacci up this big daily candle from yesterday. Ideally, these guys will probably try and sell down. They'll probably try and sell down to a key Fibonacci level fail. If we're going to get a really nice reversal long, guys, they're ideally going to try and sell down first, right? That's what they will normally do. Down to the 4 minute, down to the 4 hour. Okay, down to the 4 hour chart. Guys, down to the 4 hour chart. Let me just fix this. Guys, I'm getting messages from traders all over the world saying, Lockie, which way is this market going to go? So guys, got lots and lots and lots of messages. Hold on, let me fix this. This guy is trading out of Vietnam. Okay, Tim, are you in the mate? Are you in the live trading room with me today? Is Tim in the trading room yet? If Tim is here, perfect. So if Tim is here, guys, I'll grab him in a second when he comes in. So, guys, we've got a gap to close. So this is the gap to close. Again, we've got a gap to close from yesterday. All right, and if we do sell down, guys, we're going to roll into a number. Because can everybody see these static bar reversals? Really powerful SPR, insanely powerful SPR, guys. That's a minus 39 rated reversal to the high side. So if these guys are going to sell down, guys, they're probably going to sell down to key Fibonacci far badly, turn around, trigger that 4 hour long, and basically go back up into back up here, unless somebody fires an even bigger rocket at Iran. So now we're kind of in a game of literally how big's your rocket and are you going to fire it? So if we get another shot being fired, then we are going to see, as I was talking to one of the crew earlier, guys, we are going to see twitching in the market. There's no question about that. Guys, down to the 60-minute chart. This gives us a really incredible 60-minute, really incredible 60-minute Fibonacci. So can you guys see that the FESX has gone straight to the 133 Fibonacci extension on the 60-minute chart? That's where these guys love to stall. They love to stall at that point. What does that ultimately mean? They're likely to sell back down to the 100. If they sell back down to the 100, they're going to close the gap. I said we will either do one of two things today, guys. We'll either cruise down here, close the gap, and just plummet, like literally plummet down to these deeper Fibonacci levels, or we'll come down, we'll get caught down here, and then we'll turn around and bounce and go back the other way. The beauty of today, guys, is it's what we refer to as a technical day. So a technical day means there is no news other than, of course, someone might fire a rocket at somebody. So what does that ultimately mean? Guys, today is going to be very Fibonacci centric. So these guys love Fibonacci. They love Fibonacci. Down to the 5-minute chart. Guys, so 6287, this level I've got on the chart for you here, 6287 is a very key 4 hour low point. So if we start closing below 6287, you can see it on the screen right there. If we close below 6287, guys, that is obviously selling coming into the market, and that selling could actually be quite aggressive. Now, we do have gaps to close down. We've got gaps to close up. Guys, down here just below the gap, so that is the gap that they are going to want to close. Now, if we close that gap early, we know we're in for a really volatile day. That's the gap they want to close. Guys, just below the gap is a really strong 4 hour long. It's a super strong 4 hour long. So if we get down below the gap and then we bounce hard, that 4 hour signal can go for up to 12 hours. So it's going to be potentially quite a move. So we'll move this across, guys, get this ready to rock and roll. So guys, the 4 hour chart, just so everybody knows, as per the rule of three, which is profoundly famous in futures trading. Again, if we get a 4 hour chart trade, we're typically going to see it rally for around about 12 hours. Okay, down to the FDAX, guys, down to the FDAX. We can do the FDAX a little bit faster. Again, what I do want you to do is you've got this beautiful dominant candle up here on the daily chart, guys. You can draw a Fibonacci extension down, guys, and if you do that, you'll find that we literally sold down to the 150% fib extension perfectly, guys, yesterday, before then turning and coming back the other way. So if we do sell back down again today, if we sell back down anywhere near, for example, the 133 or the 141.4, and then we fail down there, then we're going to turn around, we're going to come back the other way, and it's going to be really, really good fun. Down to, actually on the 1440, guys, so on the 1440 chart, what I do want everybody to do, please, is draw a Fibonacci up the candle. So please draw a Fibonacci up the candle to catch them on the way down. What we're going to do is we're going to use a 4-hour Fibonacci, so it's green. So as you're drawing your Fibonacci up to catch them on the way down, because these guys are highly likely to retrace to very, very key market levels before turning and bouncing and going back the other way. And please, 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 guys, please, Fibonacci, for those out on YouTube, guys, Fibonacci must be drawn up the right way. So I've just drawn my Fibonacci up to catch them on the way down. That is because the Fibonacci numbers are all different and they mean different things. So if you don't understand Fibonacci properly, guys, please reach out. Fibonacci is profoundly powerful in the futures markets, as it is less powerful in Forex, it's less powerful in stocks and CFDs and options and similar things, but it is profoundly powerful, guys, in futures. Profoundly. Now, at this stage, guys, at this stage, we have a number of things going on here. So we've got this -2 rated long, guys, a 4-hour long. So they are literally just coming down and kissing the 4-hour long. But guys, I note with interest, they're coming down and kissing the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement on that dominant candle, which happens to be the FDAX's favorite Fibonacci retracement. So guess what? If they retrace down today, guys, if they retrace down today, they are likely to fail in the cash market at one of these key Fibonacci levels before then turning and rising, guys. So it's not a matter just now, guys, of pushing the button and letting it roll. Guys, just wait for these guys to open, and basically they'll show us their cards. Now, guys, I've got a 60-minute Fibonacci drawn up, and again, once again, Fibonacci, my humble opinion, incredibly important. So my Fibonacci follows the stair step. The reason being is we want to find out where these guys are going to stall. Now, already in the pre-market, guys, they're stalling at the 100% extension, which is very normal for the FDAX. If we do get it, guys, if we do get a really, really nice sell down, then a really lovely boost, then we're going to try and pull it up to this 133, 141.4. So these black ones up here, that's the one we want to target for a long-range long target. Well, that's ultimately what we're going to be doing. At this stage, guys, we don't know what they're going to do on the open because we've got gaps to close up, we've got gaps to close down. They're trying to repair the damage that was done yesterday. And at this stage, we don't yet know. We literally don't yet know whether these guys are going to shoot down, close the gap, then turn around and go back the other way, or vice versa. But we will find out, guys. We will find out very soon. Dropping down to the 30-minute chart, guys, as we get down to the 30-minute chart, you can see all these Fibonacci levels, guys, starting to work really, really well. So that's our daily candle retrace. For those that are just joining us, daily candle retrace, that's my 60-minute extension. As I have got this big daily extension running down my chart because yesterday when they sold down, which is quite phenomenal. Can everybody see? You see what I'm trying to do? See this? See this point here? Let me use a circle. All right. So that point there, guys, the lowest point of this little sell down yesterday is the 150 fib extension off the daily chart plus 1 tick. So this massive manic panic that occurred in the market yesterday, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you can never predict where they're going to go. Well, the FDAX went straight to the 150% daily extension. Guys, then it came down and settled on the 141.4 fib extension before then reversing and nestling, guys. So again, if we sell down today, guys, we're doing a Fibonacci up the daily candle to catch them on the way down. We've also got that daily fib on because we will eventually get to a point, guys, where these Fibonacci's all match perfectly. And there's going to be a whole lot of people in the world going, oh, I think it's going to reverse there. Down to the 15-minute chart, guys, one of my absolute favorite charts, to keep an eye on. These sellers are really, really strong. So if anybody is short, guys, right? So as we came into the session, I'll talk about this in a tick. As we came into the session, I said to all of the FDAX traders, so we've got this beautiful static bar reversal short just here. So guys, if anybody wants to go short, there's a really lovely short setting up on the FDAX. I said this, guys, as we're going through our PowerPoint. Guys, that short has gone over 25 points already. So if you are short, guys, underneath this little static bar reversal, if you are short on that trade, guys, it's already gone 25 points, which is a really, really lovely target. All right, really, really lovely target. Now, Only if you trade the pre-market, guys. I personally, just so you know, don't trade the pre-market normally, guys, because I'm getting ready for the LTR. Also, the big opportunity is normally when the big boys and girls start playing in the cash market. So we don't need pre-market signals, but that little static bar reversal is insanely accurate, and it's obviously carried on to some really nice profit. So what we're going to focus on, guys, here, S&P 500 was sitting at the Asian high. It is still sitting at the Asian high. Guys, see that again as a bit of an international filter. That would suggest that if the S&P 500 that also got pretty heavily hit last night, guys, if it can't sell down, I'm just having a quick look. If it can't sell down aggressively off the Asian high, it's eventually going to bounce off its trend indicator. If it closes over the Asian high, everybody's going to rally and try and fix some of the damage that was done yesterday. A couple of big bold lines, guys, the big black lines on the chart. We've got really, really strong 4-hour longs setting up. Now, typically, guys, for those 4-hour longs to trigger, they would need to sell down first inside the cash market, so inside the proper stock market, turn around and then go back the other way. So we'll keep an eye on these. Something else, guys, 216. So this level right here, 216 is also a really key 60-minute high point. Very, very obvious. Let me just double check. Super obvious. I said there'd be a whole lot of people saying, if you close below that, we're going to sell. Ironically, we got a mechanically perfect static bar reversal. Met all the mathematical algorithms, and guess what? It started selling down quite nicely. What else have we got, guys? A little bit below, we've got a long here. I do note, guys, the 4-hour long. Okay, the 4-hour long here coincides with the 100% daily extension. That's exactly the extension they failed at yesterday, guys, when they failed at that 150 extension that I showed you before. Guys, we've got a gap to close to the downside. Numbers are growing very quickly in the LTR, as they do right before the gun goes, guys. So we'll put a circle on the gap. As FDAX and FESX are both in 4-hour longs, there's no news today, guys. So today will be very much a technical pivot Fibonacci day. Guys, if we sell down, which is very unlikely, but if we do sell down, we're going to keep a very close eye on 25,000. I was only a couple of days ago, last week running this session, we were talking about, guys, watch 26,000. It's a beautiful round number. and now we're watching 25,000. So as we roll into the open, around 50 seconds until the gun goes, please just make sure you've got the right accounts loaded. Guys, if you do need to remind yourself of what your trading plan is, guys, I trade 4 signals. Guys, so my first signal is a DFR off a pivot. My second signal is a ratio-based SPR. My third signal is a 4-point turning bar or a FECAT. As in my 4 signals are delta outside the range of any of those. So if you do need to remind yourself of what your trading plan is, guys, do that so you don't get romanced into making errors or taking trades you don't normally take. Now, opening candle traders, guys, only for the advanced traders, please. We are going to use your 4-point algorithm. At this stage, the sellers own the stair step. There is the 133 extension. There's 2 seconds until the gun goes. Righto, buyers own the stair step. Right, so we'll get rid of that Fibonacci straight away. Buyers own the stair step. Guys, that means we're looking for selling base reversals. They must be reinforced by Fibonacci. So it'd be a Fibonacci going like that. There's also going to be another Fibonacci going from here to here. Okay, at this stage, opening candle traders, you have a short at 225. So opening candle traders, you have a short at 225 if you are a Fibonacci short trader. Guys, if you're a Fibonacci short trader. Pre-top traders, guys, just that Fibonacci's expired. Okay, so pre-top reversal traders, guys, pre-top reversal traders, you definitely have a reversal. Guys, at 240, guys, if that is your trading style, 240. Be very careful today, please. Guys, if you're going to go short at 240, your risk control point is 235. Guys, your risk control point is 235. You've already gone through 230. So, guys, if you are short on the pre-top, If you are short on the pre-top, 5-point first target, 25-point second target, or at least a 5-point risk control point, please. Okay, at least a 5-point risk control. We're outside the range of our Fibonacci extensions, guys, but we're not outside the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so just it's a second bite of the cherry, guys, at 240. If you're going to go short at 240, your risk control point is 235, please. This is only for the experienced traders who trade the opening candle, guys. Junior traders or beginner traders, please don't trade the opening candle. As if there is a candle that's going to cause you trouble, it is this candle. All right, we just got a higher high, guys, resetting that pre-top reversal again. What have we got here? So 15-minute swing trigger long. Okay, so guys, long story short, only if you are a very experienced trader would you be looking for pre-top shorts. Guys, only if you're a very experienced trader. Guys, please make sure you have tight ATMs running. Please make sure you have tight ATMs running. Please try and run it, guys. Please try and run it as far as you possibly can. So if you are short again, guys, at 240 after the higher high, this is running really nicely. Is running really nicely after they pushed up that second time. So anybody short at 240, as again, your risk control point is 235. You're going to try and run it down, guys, as low as 210, please, as low as 210. Remy, you got a plus 20. Beautiful trade, mate. Well done. So for the experienced traders, please try and hold the short. So please try and hold the short as best as you can. All right, please try and hold the short as best as you can. In a perfect world, guys, in a perfect world, you would be looking for a 25-point target. All right, so a 25-point target. You're short at 240, guys, you'd be looking to trade it down to around about 205. Right, so around about 205 if you can. Right, down about here would be quite amazing, guys. Amazing trade. Volatility says it's just possible. Right? Volatility says it's just possible. Okay, so at this stage, junior traders who trade climactic reversals, we're just waiting. Guys, we're in the last 90 seconds now. So we're just waiting for the FESX to give us direction as to what it would like to do. Okay, just watching. So anybody short, guys, you might be short. You might be short under the pre-top. You might be short under the open. You might be short under the 76s. Guys, wherever you are short, I want you to try and hold the short as best as you can. Now we've got 28 seconds until the candle turns. Wow, these sellers are definitely, they are angry. So anyone that is short, guys, off the pre-top or the Fibonacci's or the open, please just try and hold the short as long as you can. All right, please try and hold the short as long as you can. I would suggest at this stage, okay, we can only go short, guys. We can only go short. We can't go long. And I would need some buyers to move in really convincingly. So the short traders, so those that are short, I want you to stay short, please. So for those that are short, I want you to stay short. For those that are not short yet, we're going to have to wait for this market to sort itself out. That is a very strong, guys, a very strong sign that we are going to be selling down. Dan, you got 5 and 25 off the pre-market box, mate. Well done. Again, fantastic trade. So, guys, at this point in time, for those that are short from the top, so again, let me borrow this circle. From those that are short from the top, guys, under the pre-market box, you're short from up there, guys, at 240. If you're short at 240, guys, please just try and hold it. Right. What I want you to do is I want you to try and hold this short all the way down, guys, all the way down to this level here. Right. So all the way down to that level there. Now, for everybody else, guys, we're just basically waiting. If we do get a lower low, guys, if we do get a lower low, we are potentially going to pick up a pre-bottom long. So there could be a pre-bottom long setting up here. Now, we've just got to be careful, guys, because at the moment, the FESX is below its pre-bottom. So what that says to me, guys, is sellers have got control of the market. So those that are short from the top, you want to try and hold the short as far as you can. So sellers that are short from the top, you want to try and hold the short as far as you can. So we do want this to go down, guys. We do want this to go down a long way. Okay, they might be going for a gap close. If you are short for long range targets, guys, try and get down around the 162, 163 mark. I don't like the idea of the pre-bottom reversal long with the FESX selling so strongly below its pre-bottom. So my preference is at this stage to hold. My preference is to hold the sell traders short. So basically hold the sell traders short until we get some clear guidance as to what these guys are doing. So for those that are short, guys, from the top of the jar, I know some of you are, you want to try and position your stop, guys, behind the current candle. So if they don't push the pre-bottom hard, you've locked in at least 40, guys, at least 40 points worth of profit, which is a massive trade. It's a massive trade. Now, at this stage, we are, at this stage, we can lose that Fibonacci. We don't need that anymore. We are going to need a gap Fibonacci running up. So again, we'll run it from the gap to the top. And again, guys, my suggestion at this point in time is the selling traders hold short. So guys, the sell traders hold short, please. And no one's going long. Those sellers, I think the sellers on the FESX are probably going to try and close the gap. So I'd suggest at this stage, the short traders stay short, please. So the sellers stay selling. Sellers stay selling. Don't buy against this, guys, until we get some clear guidance from the FESX. Okay. So last 90 seconds, guys, keep a very close eye on that today. Last 90 seconds, terribly important. Let me just do this one, that one. Perfect. Okay. So selling traders, guys. So the traders that are short, you're staying short, please. We're not going long over the top of the pre-bottom because the FESX is so strong to the downside. All right, so everybody that's short is just holding short, please. Now, again, that is an incredibly strong selling candle. So short traders are staying short. Guys, based on ratios, if we get a really nice retracement and a violent rejection, then everybody can go short under the candle, guys. But we got a very shallow retrace. Guys, followed by a really, really robust move. So anybody that's short, anybody that is short from the top of the chart, guys, I would now be bringing my stop loss in behind the current candle, please. So anybody that is short, bring your stop loss in. We've gone straight to that 100% extension, guys, which is where we thought they would be going. And we've also come into a very, very strong 4-hour long, guys, and the FESX has just closed its gap. All right, so that is going to be seen as a very, very negative sign for the sellers. So if you are short, guys, from the top of the jar, you would need to lock in a large amount of profit, please. All right, now based on the pivot failure, guys, on the left-hand side, then we are waiting for this candle to close. We're confirming that the buyers are genuinely interested, guys, in having a crack at the market.
FDX and delta forming.
This is a really, really lovely response, guys, to the gap close on the left-hand side. So anybody, guys, anybody that did go short at the top, this has obviously gone a very, very long way. So up to around about the 170 mark. It's obviously gone a very long way. If you are a reversal trader, guys, you saw these guys hit the 88.6 fib and you said, all right, I'm going to go long over the 76s. As I'm going to call the static, I'm going to call the trade, guys, for the beginner traders. The key is that if you are long over those Fibonacci's, guys, please make sure you've got a really, really good risk control in place, because we need to know, if we're going to reverse, we need to know that the selling is actually going to stop. So if you are reversing, guys, let's say you're reversing over the top of that 76.4 fib. So if you're long at, say, 171, guys, your risk control point is 176. You're clearly well beyond that risk control point, guys, which puts you in a really good spot. Puts you in a really, really good spot. Now, we'll just let them determine what they're going to do. I would love for the FDAX, guys, I'd love for the FDAX to give us absolutely love for the FDAX to give us a really, really clear signal set today. That would be immaculate. It was absolutely immaculate. Okay, so we'll just let them, guys, let's let them come to us. We've had a really good trading week this week, guys. It's been really, really good fun. Remy's already finished trading for the session. That's okay. All right, now the S&P 500 is not selling, guys, at all. So they're actually going to try and climb back the other way. So we're potentially heading into a bit of a ratio drop here, which would be really, really nice. All right, now if we do get a candle, guys, ideally we've got a couple of 4-hour longs that we did a recon on before. Both of those 4-hour longs, guys, these are very, very slow moving signals. Again, so they're basically tempting to trigger these longs. If we get a nice ratio drop, guys, I would love to see some sellers sell down first. It would make my job a lot easier if the FESX was back inside its pre-bottom. There is no doubt about that.
FDX and delta forming. FDX
delta okay, so at this stage, guys, we are, again, we're looking for a nice little ratio drop, guys, which we are getting, guys, So 22 seconds out, guys, what I would really like is I'd really like the FDAX to be above its its pre-bottom. Guys, I'd really love it to be above its pre-bottom, or it can close there and then gap over the pre-bottom. But again, I don't want to trade into the pre-bottom. So we'll just see what they do. All right, so I am currently, guys, I'm stuck under the pre-bottom. So I'm stuck under the pre-bottom, which means I can't go long. From the body of the candle, for example, I can't go long over the top of the candle. What I can do is if we get a nice little sell down, so guys, if we get a nice little sell down, literally a really, really powerful little sell down, then I could potentially pick up a long, guys, over the top of the lower OSR. As we must have a lower low. So we must have a lower low. It would make my day very simple if they come down and touch the gap. But if the FESX has already been there, the FDAX might have a little bit of trouble doing that. So at this stage, we've got a stunning ratio drop. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a -12 rated SPR. That is really strong. We have permission to go long. We're just waiting for the market to put itself in a position where we're super confident that we know what they're doing. So we definitely, guys, at this stage, we definitely need a lower low. Okay, are you going to give me a lower low? Oh dear, come on. Now, if we get a nice little Fibonacci, very, very similar to yesterday, if we get a really, really nice, so Fibonacci over that candle, a really obvious Fibonacci retracement, then absolutely brilliant. But we're trading straight into the pre-bottom. So if we were to get a nice little lower low, guys, if they cruise down here and give us a lower low, then entering long, guys, over the top of this junk here about the 160 mark is great. If we get a lower low, then a 160 entry is looking really good. At this stage, we're just waiting for the sellers to show us their true colors. Okay, so the buyers are now starting to show. Okay, just let them, guys. Just let them come to you, guys. They will occasionally romance you into pushing the button. Just be super careful, guys. If we do get a lower low, guys, the market will bounce pretty heavily, pretty quickly. So if we do get a lower low, they are going to bounce relatively quickly. All right, so at this stage, guys, I've got no new trades I can give you. I have a desire to go long, but I can't put you in a trade yet.
FDXM Delta forming.
Okay, now we're approaching, guys, we're approaching the last 90 seconds on the candle. All right, now I've got a double bottom. I don't have a lower low. Guys, I don't have a lower low. Some of you don't mind trading double bottoms. Guys, I would prefer a lower low. We're cruising into the last 90 seconds, guys, so we're not going to take that lower OSR reversal now. We're going to wait for this candle to close, get an idea of what everybody around the world is thinking, guys, and then we're going to have a crack at them. The gap is very close. Guys, I can get rid of that Fibonacci. So the gap is very, very close. So now we're looking, guys, now we're looking at the potential for a lovely reversal long. Guys, we've just got to be patient. Let the signal come to us. Guys, they may sell down. Guys, they may sell down. Right, so that gap Fibonacci is now expired. So that one comes down to here. They may sell down to the gap. Guys, just be very careful. We're looking for a double failure reversal at the gap, not a single failure reversal.
FDXM Delta forming.
I'm very, very glad, guys, we're not long, because if we were long, okay, against what these guys were doing over here, we might be in trouble.
FDX Delta confirmed. FDXM Delta confirmed.
Okay. Now, at this stage, guys, we've got 19 seconds. We've got 19 seconds until the candle closes. At this stage, guys, we are looking for this candle to close over the top of the gap. Guys, over the top of the gap, it's done exactly the opposite to what it's required to do. So, guys, what that ultimately means now is if the buyers do move up this candle and fail early, we actually have a Delta V3 short. Now, guys, we're going to have to give it 30 seconds or so we don't get romanced into something silly. All right, so I've put a Fibonacci over the turn candle. Guys, there is a valid short, guys, underneath this candle at 135. Now, the deal with the short, guys, if you want to go short at 135, you must have a 5-point risk control. We had an almost identical situation to this yesterday. So, guys, at this stage, we need the retrace to go up, hit Fibonacci or a pivot, get violently rejected. Again, at this stage, this reversal is probably, this sell signal from 135 is probably not going to go very far because the FESX is selling down into its lower OSR. So again, all of those caveats put in place. We do have a valid short at 135. only now that the buyers are retracing, guys, can you put that short order on at 135. Your risk control point is at 130. And again, I'm not anticipating the short signal goes very far, only because the FESX is trading into its lower OSR. Right, so we've got a nice retrace. We've got a relatively good rejection. Again, if you do want to go short at 135, guys, it is a valid short with a first target at 130 or a risk control point, guys, at 130. So if you are short at 135, guys, you are looking to take it down through 130. It's on 130 now. So we are short, guys, for those that trade ratios. Your first target, guys, you're short at 135. Your first target is 130. As now you're going to cut your risk off, please, so you can't lose any money because of what we mentioned before about the FESX, guys, and its lower OSR. So if you are short, guys, after the retrace and after the rejection, you're short at 135. Your first target is 130. Guys, your second target would be down here at 120. And guys, and if they can't get a really, really aggressive sell on, then we may be looking at picking up a reversal. As we don't know yet, the signal hasn't confirmed to go long. Now, if we go much lower, guys, which I'm expecting them to go a little bit lower, if we go much lower, we're going to have to start using bigger Fibonacci's. Jeff, well done. Nice trade, mate. Well done. Well done. Now, if Dan was still short on his pre-market box trade from the top, he would be a very, very happy camper. As the market in the background, I'm just looking at other filters. The market looks like it's about to break to the downside. Right, we look like we're going to break pretty hard. So anyone that is short from 135, guys, if you are short from 135 and you're still short, try and hold it. Guys, try and hold it as best as you can. I would suggest 135 and 120. So 135 down to 120 is a really, really lovely trade. No question about that. We're getting a nice little ratio drop, guys, in the market. Last time we got a ratio drop, there was no response. And that's why we've got, guys, a pretty smart strategy in place to deal with that. It looks like we might be getting, guys, a really, really lovely failure on the FESX. Guys, to sell down below a couple of pivots. So the FDAX is trying to do the same. So guys, I'm just going to put a yellow circle on that one for anybody that did go short. Okay, for anybody that did go short, you've obviously gone in the right direction. The Delta V3, guys, was the hint that that was going to occur. Now we'll get rid of that Fibonacci as well. So now we are below, guys, the gap. The FESX, we'll keep an eye on what these guys are doing. So the FESX is going to try and set up a reversal long. It's not a particularly powerful reversal, but it is there. As for the FDAX, we are going to set up, guys, a reversal. There's no question about that. I'll move that out of the way. So what we've got to be aware of, guys, is we would need the sellers to sell down a little bit first. We would want them to sell down a little bit first because we need, guys, an entry that's capable of pushing through the gap. So we need an entry that's capable of pushing through the gap. So we need them to sell down first. So we do need some sellers first before we then look to buy the market. So the sellers need to sell down first before we're looking to buy the market. It is a ratio-based static bar reversal. There's no doubt about that. So what we're looking to do, guys, we're trying to get this to run through the gap. So we want it to run through the gap. If you are in this trade, guys, I am personally in this trade. Please make sure you've locked in profit so you can't lose any money on the trade. So please make sure you can't lose any money on the trade. Okay, so I've been taken out of that one, guys, at $300 profit. So what I've done, guys, ratio drop. I've waited for the sellers to sell down, hit Fibonacci, got in just here, and it's taking me out at 5s and 5s, guys. So not a particularly glamorous trade, but 5s and 5s. That's why I've used the ATM I've used. If it runs now, guys, I'll be annoyed if it doesn't run. then again, that's okay. We'll just wait for the next entry. All right. So stunning ratio drop, retrace back down, tag the fibs, picked up the long, trying to get it to go a long way. Guys, know if it goes a long way now, I've already been ATM'd. That's normally the moderator's curse. That's normally the moderator's curse. Please don't run too far. No, actually, put it another way. If you are long, guys, if you are long on the trade, please hold long as far as you possibly can. As if you get back inside the lower OSR, we're going to try and trade it all the way back to the upper OSR, which is an enormous trade. For anyone who's not long already, we're waiting to go long. Well done, mate. Beautiful trade. All right, so we've waited for, guys, that little circle there pertains to obviously these deltas here. So we've gone short. Guys, the buyers have taken control of the market. I've waited for a retrace down here, then I've gone long over the Fibonacci to try and get room before the gap. Static traders, we are waiting for a close over the gap, and then we're going to have a crack at it. Andy, nice work. Well done. So, guys, so I'm only at 5 and 5, guys. I'm only at 5 and 5. My balance says 281.83. Just to be really transparent with people, 281.83. Sorry, 281.82. I'm going to be very clear. 281.82. We are going to get more trades, guys. There's no question about that. It looks like the sell down is over. If we get back over the top of the gap, guys, with a 4-point turning bar, particularly if we were to get over the lower OSR, particularly if we get agreement from the FESX, then we might end up getting a bit of a runner. I'm very excited, guys, for your discipline. I'm hoping that I am assisting you in navigating very carefully and also navigating in complete consideration of what the market is doing. Classic case, guys, of trade what you see, not what you think, and a classic case of wait for the candle to close and then look for a trade, not before that. Excuse me.
FDX 5-minute candle close in 60 seconds. FDXM 5-minute candle close in 60 seconds.
All right, so we've got, guys, the only thing I'm looking for is a 4-point turning bar. FDAX has already blown its volume. So already blown its volume. We could get a fee cut, first efficient candle after a turn in the market. We could get that, as it would absolutely 1000% have to be above the gap before we're interested in going long. I don't think they're interested in long, guys. I think they're interested in swinging short. So we'll get ready for both scenarios. Guys, get ready for both scenarios. At this stage, the swing trigger, guys, we can't take a swing trigger, wait, if they close above here, so that 50%. So at this stage, guys, we're setting up a swing trigger short. Okay, now again, if you are a swing trigger trader, you're waiting for this candle to close.
Connection lost. FDXM
It cannot be above the 50 fib of the micro trend. Okay, they've gapped under the 50 fib of the micro trend. So again, if the buyers push up on this candle and fail, guys, there's a swing trigger short for the swing trigger traders at 132. There's a swing trigger short at 132, guys, with a 5-point target. That is only for those people that trade swing triggers. Guys, my internet dropped in and out. So can you confirm for me that your candles are the same as my candles, please? Did we close over the 50% of the micro trend and that gap under it? Okay, fine. So if we did that, guys, you've got a green light for a swing trigger. It's only for the swing trigger traders. The entry's at 132. First target is 127. Don't front run that, guys, by trying to get a cheeky fill a little bit higher up, please. So no cheeky fills, guys. It's a limit order at 132, please. A limit order at 132. We've got an incredible ratio drop here. if you're going to reverse FDAX, please have the decency to give us a really good signal. So swing trigger, guys, at this point in time, entry point 132. We've gone to 131 and then we bought, guys. So only now, again, only once the buyers are bought can you put your swing trigger order on. So it's at 132 only, can't be above. Don't try and front run it, guys, because that's not what we do with swing triggers. I would suggest, guys, the way these buyers are buying, I would suggest that, again, the FESX is probably failing at a pivot farm, which it is, and therefore, so no swing trigger. We're now, guys, a little bit painful to watch because we're now waiting for them to close inside the lower OSR and the gap. If they do that, guys, we're going to pick up an incredible reversal. That Delta V2, guys, based on the strength of the buyers, is valid at 161 if you are a Delta trader. Guys, it is valid at 161. Now, again, guys, if you're going to go long at 161, you've got a first target and risk control point of 166. So if you are long at 161, you've just gone through your first target. You're now going to cut all your risk off. Guys, I want you, please, if you're long on that Delta, to put your long range target up near the previous pivot, please. Up here, please. If it runs, it runs. If it doesn't, guys, you've already gone through your risk control. You've got no money to lose on that. SBR, Dan, you got a 5 and 20 off the SBR. Mate, fantastic. No, mate, it's all good. It's all good. So, guys, Dan has traded this static bar reversal long. Mate, I say well done to you, mate. It's the ratios are insane, mate. And if we got a lower low first and then the buyers came through, I'd have everybody over the top of that body at 140 and we would all be in the 25 club. we'd all be there. So guys, if we did get a lower low here, so if these guys didn't push up first, if they came down a little bit first, we'd all be long over the top of the body, this -2 rated SBR, we'd all be long over the top of the body, trying to hold it to the black arrow all the way up here. So, mate, great trade. No, you've traded a great trade. Now, I'm going to give that a purple circle, guys. So the reason it gets a purple circle is that Dan has traded it. So what I do is I put in my debrief. That, again, we traded this one. Dan traded that one. Hence, the chat log will actually gel with the chat log actually gels with the screen. So, mate, well done. But you've traded a ratio-based SBR. If we got a lower low, I'd have everybody long over the body of the red one. Again, 5s and 25s. Cut the risk at the gap. Let it run. Now, we are going to get a 4-point turning bar long, guys, here on FDAX. So we are going to get a 4-point turning bar long. No question. What I can do is just to clean up the page. Just to clean up what we're looking at. I can get rid of that altogether. Okay. 30 seconds to go. 50 fib of the day is all the way up here. So 50 fib of the day is here. All right, so what we're looking for, guys, looking for a nice, strong, dominant buyer close. Got to be a CORPC close, no question about that. We're then looking for the sellers to move down the candle. So sellers own the stair step.
Volume warming on FDAX.
Okay, so we want the sellers, guys, to move down. So we do want the sellers to move down. If you are a Delta trader, we're looking for the Delta entry again at 161. So the Delta entry at 161. Just reminding everybody, as it is a 4-point turning bar long. The flip side is trading, guys, trading into the middle of the MDI is not what we do. If you are long, guys, on the Delta at 161, your first target is 166. You're already at your first target, guys, for the Delta. Come on, Bubba, go a little bit further, please. No. So it's kiss the first target, guys, then come back down. Okay, so again, that's, risk control. As risk control, guys, that touch 5 risk control point normally works quite well when these guys are trying to work out what they're doing. So now, guys, now we need an even deeper retrace. Literally, just let them retrace. This is good. It's exactly what we want. So as again, if we get a really good little retrace, right, that kind of retrace,
FDX delta forming.
I am wanting, as if they go any deeper, I'm wanting to grab this delta here plus 2 points. So I'm looking for a long at 150. Now, at this stage, the selling is not very impressive. So again, I'm looking for a sell down, a failure at Fibonacci, and then I'm looking for the delta plus 2. As the Fibonacci may be better expressed from here as basically a micro trend fib. That's actually a perfect 50 fib failure. So anyone that is long, guys, or anybody that likes trading a delta, for the beginner traders, you guys want them to ideally shoot down really deep and then get violently rejected. For the slightly more experienced traders, guys, you just basically need to dip their toes in the water. The backup trade, guys, the backup trade for the beginner traders is just inside the lower OSR. You've got that little delta V1 right there at 157. You'd be trading that, guys, as a lower OSR reversal long. Right, so a couple of different versions of the world. Guys, we don't have a lower low for those that love lower lows. If we did get a lower low, guys, we would be all over that delta there that corresponds to that static bar reversal. Right, so we don't have a lower low yet. Okay, so just let them come and do what they do. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go on the candle. All right, so at this stage, FESX gapped up at the start of the candle. They're now selling back down into, again, guys, what we affectionately know as a pivot farm. They're not doing a very good job of that. And again, yeah, look at that, not doing a very good job at all. Okay, so slightly more advanced traders, if you are long on the delta at 148 plus 2 points, so if you're entering at 150, as you've just gone through your first target and risk control 155, junior traders who are taking the delta inside the lower OSR with an entry of 157, as your first target is 162, which you've just gone through. So anybody that is long, guys, at the delta plus 2 or the delta inside the lower OSR, you guys have gone through at least a risk control point. At least a risk control point. Now, again, let's just watch what they're doing because we're now into the last 90 seconds. MJ, cool. You had an absolute blinder yesterday, MJ. Well done. Danilo, my pleasure. Great to have you in the session again. So at this stage, guys, last 90 seconds, we'll wait for the candle to close. Once again, we are 100%, guys, 100% looking for a lower low now to reverse. Okay. So the lower low reversals, guys, I'm losing stuff off the side of my chart. The lower low reversals, guys, they might literally just flash in and flash back the other way. So we'll just get ready for that. Now, let's just see what these guys do in the last 10 seconds. Really critical. What are you guys going to do?
Volume warming on FTX.
Okay. So that is, guys, that is a static bar reversal in its own right. Now, to enter outside the range of the candle, we can't because we're assuming a close over the lower OSR. So it means that we need these guys to sell down. We need them to, now we must get a lower low. So if these guys sell down, hit the Fibonacci, fail really badly, then we're going to try and target that delta again as a pivot-based reversal. Now, yesterday, guys, at this time, I was sitting at over 800 US. Today, I'm sitting at 281 US. So just to pull the whole thing into perspective, today is a little bit more difficult than yesterday. But we've still got good volume, guys. Still got good volume, still got good movement in the market.
FDXM delta forming.
Because that's why, guys, I'm a big fan, guys. Don't you do this, please. I'm a big fan of you guys having 3 KPIs. So as you guys know, I'm pretty clear. My KPIs are 250, 500, and 1,000. If I'm over 250 US, I'm happy. Now that's obviously across 4 accounts. If I'm over 500, I'm stoked. If I'm over 1,000, I'm stoked plus more. I think it's really important, guys, to have a number of KPIs because not every day is going to smash your 25-point target on the first trade. I don't think that's a realistic expectation. Now, if these guys created a lower low, guys, if they created a lower low, we would be literally ticking every box long on that delta and we'd be trying to hold this as far as we could. I didn't get my lower low, guys, so I'm being very, very careful now about saying, well, are the buyers really serious or are they not really serious? So now there's a ton of junk, guys, a ton of junk in the market just above us, like literally old levels, key 4-hour levels, bottom of the MDI. So we really want these guys to pull away from the MDI. So we're inviting you guys to sell down, create a lower low, get stuck at Fibonacci, and then charge back the other way. That would be the goal. That would be the goal. As we're 43 minutes in, if anybody's got any questions at all about anything that we've done today, those people that are, again, guests in Zoom, if you've got any questions at all, please don't be shy. Suzanne, I did get your message and Sally Ann is working on it for you.
ES Delta forming.
Like the legend that
ES
she
Delta
is.
Forming.
So she's onto it. Do not, FDAX, do not do this, please. You don't normally do this to us. You're normally very friendly.
FDEX Delta forming.
Again, guys, if we got a lower low down the bottom, guys, if we got a lower low, we would still be long, which we didn't get, which is a shame. These buyers are super strong, guys, so we'll just let them roll. Just let them roll. Let them do what they do.
FDXM Delta forming. FDXM Delta confirmed.
All right, so for the DAX, guys, for the DAX.
FDAX 5-minute candle close in 60 seconds.
What have we got? S&P 500, guys, is about to potentially close and hold over the Asian high. So the FES, so S&P is about to close over the Asian high. This will be a 4-point turning bar long. Guys, there's no question about that. It's likely to be a 4-point turning bar long on both European markets simultaneously. It would be really smart as if the FESX got over the 50 fib of the day. Same for the FDAX. Guys, we are cruising the last 15 minutes. This will be, guys, this will be a pivot-based trade. Therefore, we are allowed to trade it. Guys, we are allowed to trade it. What we are looking for is a strong close. We do need the sellers to move down. Guys, we do need the sellers to move down first before we take a trade. Now, we're also going to look at the counter 76 Fibonacci's. So Fibonacci coming down. And again, guys, this would only be for those people that can hold a maximum risk profile, guys. If you can hold a maximum risk profile, you can take the trade. Guys, if you can't hold max risk, guys, there's probably too much risk in the trade. Okay, there's probably too much risk in the trade. It is a 4-point turning bar long, guys, off a pivot. It's occurred on both markets simultaneously. Again, the long entry point is 1 point over the top of the candle at 194. The risk control point, guys, is literally 199. It's not that sexy at this stage. If we got a really nice retrace and a really nice rejection, then we would try we would try and push it from here all the way up to here. That's what we would ultimately like to do. That would be fantastic. I got a 50, 193. I got a 50. Is that this 50 here, man? No. No. I don't know where it's coming from. So what we've got, guys, we've got a 4-point turning bar long, right? No question about that at all. Now, it's a stellar candle on both markets simultaneously because we've only just got a slightly positive MDI. Okay, mate, perfect. Because we've only got a slightly positive MDI. As if we got a really nice retrace and a very nice rejection, right? If we got that, then this 4-point turning bar is incredible. Just incredible stuff. Now, the key with it, guys, is because they're retracing back down to what I believe is the 50 of the day here at 187, they might not give us a structured retrace. They might just muck around here for a little bit, then just pop. Yes, Suzanne, last 15 minutes, correct. So the only trade we're allowed to take, guys, in the last 15 minutes is a trade that is derived by a pivot. So at this stage, these guys have given us a 4-point turning bar long off the gap. Okay, but to trade it, guys, to trade it well and to trade it carefully, we need to get a really nice retrace, which is currently occurring, and a very, very nice rejection. Right, so the 4-point turning bar, because of the risk it's carrying, we've just got to be careful with the 4-point turning bar that we don't carry too much risk. So again, it's got to be a structured retrace, got to be a structured rejection. Interesting point, guys, if we get much lower, if we were to sell down through the pre-bottom, because the sellers still own the step, there's actually a pre-bottom reversal that runs through the 50 fib reversal that then picks up the 4-point turning bar and then ideally starts to move up. So at this stage, I didn't get a lower low, guys, to pick up the pre-top reversal. So I didn't get the lower low to pick up that reversal. At the moment, if I'm sitting long over the top of this candle, guys, I'm waiting for the retrace. I'm waiting for the rejection. At this point, guys, I haven't got the rejection. And now we're into the last, we're into the last 90 seconds of the candle.
5-minute candle close in 60 seconds.
So we're into the last 90 seconds.
Close in 60 seconds.
Man, I would have loved a Dan G style runner today, guys. A 25-pointer today would have made my day. There is no doubt, but I haven't had one. So at this stage, guys, 4-point turning bar. We're looking for a retrace, looking for a rejection. We've got a retrace and no rejection, guys, which is a bit silly. And now we're in the last 90 seconds. Guys, if we were to go well below the pre-bottom, guys, I would need the buyers to retrace, and we're looking for the candle. We're looking for the trade inside the new hour. So inside the new candle. Sorry, not the new hour. And wow, guys, wow. If we got a lower low here, or a lower low there, we would have been on that body or on this pivot, and we would have picked up close to a 50-pointer. So some days, guys, the market just doesn't quite do exactly what you want it to do, because I believe at this stage, though, we are profitable again. Guys, we've only spoken about 3 trades, 2 trades, 3 trades. We had the short under the pre-market box, and for some, the short under the 78 Fibonacci's at the top. That was the 78.6 fib. All right, for those that trade the opening candle, 7.8, 78.6. Okay, now I've got no new trades. I say what? No new trades. I say that. There's a lower low. These guys are setting up a pre-bottom reversal long. That makes my day. That makes my day difficult. As they are setting up a reversal long, as I'd suggest At this stage, we're probably better off waiting for the turn of the hour. Whereas now, again, if you can understand the method behind my madness, sellers own the stair step. We're looking for buying base reversals. We've actually got our first lower low in the entire session, which means a pivot base reversal long is tradable. It is tradable. Now, again, the 50 fib of the day is here. That's my 50 fib of the day. If we got a really nice seller stretch down, guys, and a violent rejection, then I'd be looking for a pre-bottom reversal long. I don't want these guys to bolt without us. It actually makes my day quite difficult when they do that. Man, oh man, if we got that lower low, guys, down the bottom, if we got the lower low down the bottom, we would have been long on that little red delta with the pink circle on it, the Dan circle. Suzanne, yesterday your candle was pink. Today, your circle was pink. Today, obviously, Dan is pink. If we got a lower low down there, guys, I would have challenged the senior traders to hold that trade for 15 minutes, and we would have actually topped out at the top of that 4-point turning bar. 140 to 195. It's a 55-pointer. Incredible. So at this stage, guys, we're just waiting. FESX buyers own the stair step. DAX sellers own the stair step. So we've got a similar scenario to yesterday, where these guys were perfectly in synergy, then they've gone out of synergy, and then they're going back into synergy again.
FDXM delta forming. FDXM delta
Okay,
confirmed.
just analyzing. Okay. So is any questions at all about anything that we've done today? Is any questions at all about anything that we've done? I'm going to grab some water, guys, while I've got the chance. If you have got any questions, guys, please throw it in. Suzanne, happy. Got in on the Delta 162. Beautiful trade. Suzanne, this one just here. Immaculate trade. Immaculate trade. So well done, Suzanne. That's beautiful. Suzanne, you're trading really, really well. Trading really, really well. So we need to get you onto a. We need to get you onto your first challenge, which will be really good fun. Guys, my mother-in-law is coming to stay for the next 5 nights. Now it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. She is absolutely lovely. Like, she's an amazing, amazing person. I'm not going to say but. She's an amazing person. Hardcore, old school Japanese. Hardcore, old school. Like, we're talking samurai. So Akito, guys, is from the Nakauji samurai clan, which is one of the biggest samurai groups in Japan. So much so, her grandfather has a 30-foot bronze statue. So we're talking hardcore, old school Japanese. And she arrives in about 2 hours. Breezy. You are so funny, man. You are so funny. So likewise, mate, my mother-in-law doesn't speak a word of English. I don't really competently speak any Japanese other than hello, you are cute, and would you like a beer? So I can only use the last one, which is would you like a beer? Everything else is bad. And What it does mean, guys, what it does mean is I'm just going to get a lot of work done in the next 5 days, because if I can't talk to anyone, because they're all talking Japanese, even my little one, even Ivy talks Japanese. Guys, she's fluent. So she will translate to me. It's quite embarrassing. It's like, but can you translate for me, darling? And she, yes, daddy. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. So I look like the complete moron. Suzanne, it's all happening. This is great. That's a great. Yeah. So little Ivy, guys, she translates for me all the time. You know when your little 4-year-old rolls, you know when they roll their eyes at you? So, honey, can you translate this for me? She literally rolls her eyes to the back of the head. Like, oh my God, Daddy, you're so uncool. And then off she goes. So, yeah, she's a little pocket rocket, this little Ivy. She's hilarious. Now, guys, at this stage, we were looking for a really lovely retrace and rejection to pick up the 4-point turning bar. We got the retrace and no rejection, which normally means these guys are going to sell the market relatively hard. Guys, the fact that we've got this huge candle and they close back inside the range, technically that's a swing trigger short right back into the middle of the MDI. These guys don't care about the MDI today, it looks like. So 1, 2, 3. So swing trigger short. No, sorry, it's not a swing trigger short because we're assuming a close over the pre-bottom. So even though this looks like we've missed a trade, we haven't missed a trade because we never assume close over pivots. That's not what we do. So at the moment, guys, sellers own the stair step. We're still looking for buying base reversals. We are 2 minutes from the turn of the hour. I'd suggest the turn of the hour, what we would be looking for with the info we currently have on the screen. So what we would be looking for is a candle. So this current candle to close on the high side of the gap. So we do want it to close above the gap. It's pretty slim pickings today. Normally we're sitting at 4 or 5 really good trades. We've got the advanced traders had a good, really good start, and then we've had a good little tinker down the bottom. But that's okay, because not every day. Well, unless you're Dan G, of course. Not every day smashes these 5-point targets, 25-point targets. As we have got a scenario. We've got a scenario. If the FESX closes underneath the previous pivot, guys, and underneath the lower OSR, and underneath the gap, we've got this huge pivot farm here. These guys might want to sell down. They literally may want to sell down here. Oh, unless they do this. All right. So don't you run now, please. That would be just not cricket. So what we're looking for, guys, on the turn of the hour. So we've got a beautiful signal set here. There's no question. What we are now looking for, let me just double check the 50 fib of the micro trend. This is a beautiful reversal I'm setting up on FDAX. So the 50 fib. No. Come on, please. So the 50 fib is here. All right, let's get rid of that. Okay, so we are looking for
volume warming on FDAX.
Okay, we need them to sell down, guys. We need them to sell down. Perfect. Now, at this stage, guys, the long that you're targeting is 1 point inside the OSR at 157. So it's 1 point inside the OSR. As it would make my job a lot easier if these sellers sell down and give us a lower low. Right now, at the moment, guys, if we did get a lower low or a push down, they're clearly setting up a double failure reversal off the gap. If we get another little sell down, guys, and they don't go anywhere, if we get another really good sell down and they don't go anywhere, we're going to target that delta plus 2 points. So it's either a 150 long, guys, or a 157 long. For those people that don't mind trading slightly aggressively, guys, the 157 is a slightly aggressive trade. I say slightly aggressive because we've gapped onto the pivot. So that is a hint that the buyers are going to eventually circle on this one. Sellers are sold down, guys, quite aggressively into the pivot farm over there on the FESX and then failed very badly late in the candle. So we've got a really lovely ratio drop here. Guys, volume is still good. Guys, volume is still good. We've just got to keep an eye on the volume and whether it drops away. Right, now here comes the sell down again. So what I'm looking for, guys, I'm looking for a really nice sell down and then a violent rejection like that, guys, in order to fuel that delta +2 at 150. That would be a limit order, guys, a limit order. Now, ideally, these guys are going to go, ideally, they're going to buy back to the OSR. Ideally, they'll buy back to the OSR. I'm just watching the volume, guys. We're at 64 contracts and we're over 2 minutes into the candle. We've got a beautiful ratio drop. We've got a stunning gap up. As if I got a lower low, I could send you long over the gap. As if I got a lower low, I could send you long over these bodies. I don't have a lower low. So I don't have a lower low. That lower low, guys, Cody started talking about that probably 18 months ago. That's basically become gospel for a lot of traders. So I want to see the lower low and then I'm interested in reversing. So for the lower low traders, you haven't got a lower low inside the new hour. For those that are long over the top of the OSR, you have not been filled. You're now looking at around about a 25-point risk, which will be, for some will be too hard. This is getting very close to a double failure reversal, guys, off the gap. Really, for a double failure, we want a double bottom or a lower low. It looks like those 76 fibs are catching them. So volume is now, guys, volume with about 60 seconds to go is sitting just under 100. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the volume. The sellers tried very hard on the FESX and they're not impressing anyone at all. The sellers are trying here. They're also not impressing anyone at this stage.
5-minute candle close in 60 seconds. FDXM 5-minute candle close.
Okay, now I can't send you guys, I can't send you long over the top of the SBR. Right, so that little green SBR. We're too close to the 50 fib of the micro trend. So we're too close to the 50 fib of the micro trend, which is the black line. Buyers are winning, guys, on FESX. So buyers are winning quite handsomely on FESX now. They're matching territory on less volume. So as for the lower low traders, I haven't got a lower low yet. So for the lower low traders, I don't have a lower low yet. For those that are sitting above the lower OSR, as you're in the last 90 seconds and you haven't been picked up, so you'd now take your order off, guys, because the criteria for the trade haven't been met. I can't send you short, guys, if they close an efficient candle. Can't send you short. NQ is taking off to the high side. Yes, it is. And it is. So, guys, at this stage, what have we got? Got a bit of a conundrum. I want to trade off the bodies over here on the left-hand side. I want to do that. Now, to do that, we have to get a lower low. They have to fail at Fibonacci, and it's got to be very obvious. The issue we've got about going long, guys, off the body at 140 is we've got the gap at 145. Now, in terms of the previous candle on the FESX, the buyers own the candle, the buyers own the close. on the FDAX, we've got a seller-owned candle with a seller-owned close. So these guys are now not working in harmony with each other. As what it typically means is the FDAX is going to lose the battle against the FESX. So that means mathematically, as the FDAX is going to go up, even if it doesn't want to, but we don't have a valid trade. That's the conundrum. If we did get a really lovely lower low, guys, if we did get like a really early candle, like an early candle lower low that pushes down here, tags the 88.6 and then bolts back, the 76.8 Fibonacci reversal corresponds with this body here. That would be immaculate, but we just don't have the conditions we need in order to do that. So literally, guys, as we would say in the army, we call it the FOT, guys. We call it the FOT. Can anybody tell me what FOT stands for? F-O-T-T. As we'd literally say code FOT, right? Stands for finger off the... I wonder what comes last. Finger off the... I wonder. So if you cruise into a building, guys, they're all friendly. Well done, Suzanne. If you cruise into a building, guys, and they're all friendly, you just say code FOT, finger off the trigger. So, guys, for you guys, finger off the trigger, please. Don't. It is so tempting, guys. It is so tempting because I've done it before to say, all right, Lockie, there's my lower low. I'm just going to push the buy button and hope I get it correct. And then they do that. And you're thinking, thank God I didn't just push the button. So at this stage, we've got a disconnect between the markets, right? We've got a disconnect. Now that 88.6 Fibonacci, that is stunning for a long, but we've just got this loss of enthusiasm. And I say that, guys, loss of volume where we've got 90 seconds to go and we've only done 95 contracts. Guys, now if the look at this whipsaw. This is pretty good, guys. It's pretty normal. If the FESX gives us a 4-point turning bar long, guys, and the FDAX was to close a tiny little ratio-based SBR over the top of the gap, then all of the trades we've spoken about are absolutely divine. Look at this ratio drop. Look at the ratio drop.
FDXM 5-minute candle close in
So
60
FDAX,
seconds.
please close
FDAX
just
5-minute
over the
candle
gap.
close in
Don't back
60
under the
seconds.
gap. Then do a little bit of sell down, then a violent push through, guys. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and target this delta here, guys, in the new candle. So 50 seconds to go. We're going to target that delta in the new candle as ideally an SBR reversal. We get a nice little retrace, a violent rejection, and then we're going to try and run the Fibonacci extension of the actual, we're going to try and run the Fibonacci extension of the turning candle if they meet that criteria, and we won't know that until 25 seconds from now. Right, S&P 500, guys, is currently above the Asian high, and it's trying to reverse back into the Asian high. So, guys, slim pickings today. We've only had.
Warning on FDAX.
Basically, we've had two trades. Obviously, the opening candle ones were rather impressive. That was incredible, and now we're kind of down here in the doldrums a little bit. So we've got a nice little ratio drop, guys, no question about that. So we've got a nice little ratio drop. We just need permission to trade. It's a fraction off a 4-point turning bar, guys, on the FESX. So it's not quite a 4-point turning bar. It's almost there. It's blown its volume up. Now, We've just got to chill, guys. Literally fingers off the trigger. We've just got to chill. So I'm just going to let's remind me, I've got some homework to do tonight, guys. I'm just putting reminders on the screen. Now, the lower low, guys, the lower low off that 88.6 Fibonacci there will bring some traders in over the top of that 76.4 Fib. Almost guaranteed. So if you are long, guys, if you are long over that 76.8, if you're long over the top of that, guys, at 140, your first target is 145, please. All right, so you can see that the synergy, guys, the synergy in that Fibonacci is working perfectly. I just want a safe trade for the beginner traders to get into, that we can try and basically run a solid target, and we need a bit of volume, FDAX. Guys, the volume is super low. I said, please don't assume a close over a pivot here, guys. So don't just, when the candle goes green, push the buy button. You're pushing the buy button on 40 contracts. So not only are you going to get a shitty fill, but there is no trade. This is where we have to be rules, guys. We have to be rules centric and not emotional in what we're doing. Otherwise, emotion will tear you to pieces. FDAX, what are you doing, darling?
FDXM delta forming.
Okay, that's a particularly strong surge.
Delta forming.
So again, guys, if you did see the 88.6 touch, you waited for the lower low, guys, you've gone long over the Fibonacci. I want you to try and hold this all the way back to the other side. Please hold it all the way back to the other side of the channel. At the moment, guys, we've got quite low volume. So we have got quite low volume. I don't think we've got anybody long, guys. Have we got anybody long on that 76.8 Fib? I don't think our Fibonacci traders are here today.
FDEX 15-minute candle close in 90 seconds. FDEX delta confirmed.
All right, so just let them, guys, just let them do what they do. Just let the candle close, 1 minute and 20 seconds. We're looking for a volume increase. That's a very heavy hit, guys, on the FDAX. MJ, you are long off the 76s for a plus 15. Mate, that's a magic trade, mate. Well done.
FDEX 5-minute candle close in 60 seconds.
So guys, the more that I moderate for you, the more that you're going to see me say, if we get a touch and fail of the 88.6, we're going to target the 76.8. Okay, so you'll hear me do that a lot. Same goes for those that picked up the short here. So I'll just show you what we had at the time. So our Fibonacci was like this. And we said, righto, if you guys push outside this Fibonacci, the moment you guys push beyond the 88.6, I can go short here. The moment they push outside the range of the entire candle, the entire Fibonacci grid, so push up the 100, we can sit under the 88.6. In fact, that wasn't 78.6, it was 88.6. Let's make sure we get that maths correct. Yeah, so that was an 88.6. Honestly, just wait for them to move well beyond, get hit once, hit twice, and then go, all right, here we go. And you saw, guys, you saw the candle. Towards the end of the candle, they just capitulated. It was just, then we got a gap down and they bolted. Absolutely bolted. Okay, so at this stage, as we are back below the gap, S&P 500 pushed, sorry, S&P. FESX pushed very hard to the 50 of the day, guys. It got heavily pushed down. Almost 4,000 contracts, guys, on that candle. S&P 500 has given us a 4-point turning bar short. Guys, I can't, at this stage, I can't give you another signal. Can't give you another signal, which is a little bit annoying because I'd love to give you a... I'd love to get you another signal.
FDXM Delta confirmed.
Yeah, MJ, I mean, it's all good, mate. So I don't see. So a couple of traders are trading in sim at the moment, just confirming that they're consistently profitable, and so on and so forth. I think if I could start my trading career again, if I had to start again, my trading instructor kept on saying to me, "Lockie, trade in sim until you're consistently profitable." I'm like, "Well, what does that mean?" He said, "Well, just trade but I didn't know what consistently profitable was. So I was in the game for a little while. I was like, you know what? I'm going to set a goal of $100 per day. So when I started coaching people, I was in 2009, end of 2009. I would say to everyone I was coaching, what we need you to do is stay in sim until you're consistently profitable. That means show me $100 a day or more for at least 4 to 5 weeks, and then come and show me what you're doing. Come and confirm with your screenshots what you're doing." What it ultimately meant is that you've kind of got to decide, this is my signal, this is what I'm doing, these are my targets. Now, $100 a day, guys, on the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, S&P in particular, it's only 8 ticks. It's very, very, very easy to get, guys. Very easy to get on the S&P 500. Now, at this stage, and I was trading the S&P, guys, when I first started, hence the reason S&P. Now I'm a little bit FDAX centric because I don't really like getting out of bed in the morning. I'm an afternoon, guys. Anyone else an afternoon come evening person? I don't know. It must be me, guys. I do take a couple of hours to get some momentum, and then I'm off and racing. Happy to go to the gym in the morning, guys. Happy to go to a cafe and have an espresso. Happy to go cycling in the morning. Happy to go for a swim at the beach. But if you said, "Lockie, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, can you run an advanced session on Fibonacci?" I'd be like,
FDXM Delta forming.
"Really? Now?"
FDX Delta forming.
I kind of gather momentum around lunchtime, guys, and off we go. All right, so at this stage, guys, our volume is low. Yes, you do, MJ. You do, absolutely. I hope, mate, you are paid a fee to be on call. And I hope you are paid extra money to be on call, because that's a bit rude. I mean, that's a bit rude.
5-minute candle close in 60 seconds.
All right, now these sellers, this is why we're being very, very careful. These sellers are monstrously strong. Right, monstrously strong. All right, so again, we've got a bit of a volume lift coming.
FDXM Delta confirmed. ES Delta confirmed. ES Delta forming.
Okay. At this stage, for us to pick up a short, which it looks like it's going to, we need the FESX to close below that pivot farm. So these guys, if we get agreement, guys, we've got 6 seconds. If we get agreement, then great. If we don't, what are they doing? Big surges selling right at the end of the candle. I've got the FESX straight into the lower OSR and the previous pivot. So I can't send you short on the FDAX. Which is really annoying.
FDXM Delta forming.
I can't send you short, guys. Dear, slightly frustrating day. Mind you, guys, we could have made some ballistic errors today. Oh dear, MJ. It's kind of not what I was talking about. But better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. Unless you're not a morning person, and then that's not fair. So, guys, we are 20 minutes into the second hour. We've just got our volume back over 150, which is good. I can't send you short because the FESX says don't go short. They've even gapped up, guys, at the creation of the candle. MJ, I wouldn't last very long, mate, if little kids were waking, little naughty children at a Westfield will wake you up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They need to send Breezy down to sort them out, mate. Breezy just walk around the corner and they'd all get scared and run away. He's a big unit, man. He's a big unit, aren't you, Breezy? I thought when I first met him, I thought it was Arnold Breezy. Huge. Schwarzenegger's replacement. Of course. Of course they do. So, guys, we, at this point in time, we're getting no trades that we're allowed to take. Guys, the market is moving. We have avoided a number of losing trades today, guys, by sticking to our rules, which I do think is really exciting. Again, this is proving as when you see the market moving and you're not on it, guys, it can get a little bit frustrating. But I've learnt not to push the button, guys, prematurely. And we're also, guys, where everyone should be in really nice profit. I'm not in as much profit as I was yesterday. I was all the day before, but so far this week it's just a sea of green in every session, which I think we've got to be. We can't lose sight of, guys. We can't lose sight of that. A sea of green is a really cool little achievement. Now, just double check. So let's see here.
FDXM Delta confirmed.
Okay. So we're just popping along, guys. Any questions at all? So any questions at all about anything that we've done today? We are literally, guys, are just waiting for permission to trade. We've had 2 to 3 good setups, guys. We had 2 advanced trading setups. We've had a beginner setup. Some of you did trade that delta. Sorry, let me correct this. Some of you did trade that delta there. Some of you did trade the delta. Again, if you did, absolutely fantastic. Point is, we are now waiting for a trade that we're allowed to call. Now, in perspective, to see where these guys are going, 52 seconds. If the FESX does close under, if we close under what I've affectionately called the pivot farm, these guys are now in a 4-hour swing trigger short. So what is likely to occur is they are likely to sell down. Get caught down here at a 4-hour Fibonacci, turn it around and then send it back the other way. So we are currently on our daily candle fib that we drew, as we're hanging around the 76.8, 78.6. What it will take for a big reversal, guys, the sellers sell down a little bit further, get caught down here, and then the buyers come in on the US Open. They're going to trigger that 4-hour long on the US charts, and they're going to absolutely fly. Let me just have a look. So here's our US.
FDXM Delta forming.
See, the US is different. So at the moment, guys, this is what the US looks like on a 240. This is what the FESX looks like on a 240. So we, guys, the next trade for us will be on, dare I say it, the next trade for us is going to be on the hourly turn, which is around about 35 minutes away. Perfect. So I believe young Christian is in the background there. Mate, is that you hiding in the background?
Oh my God, it's not.
Oh my gosh, hang on. Sorry, guys. The big boss is here. I've got to behave. So shh. Don't say shh.
There we go.
Don't say anything.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey,
How are you? Are you amazing?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you? How was your session, guys
Awesome.
and girls?
Probably more important, we have avoided 3 losing trades, which is always good fun. We've missed 1 trade, but we also picked up, depending on how you pull the market apart, the advanced traders picked up 2 on the opening candle, which were amazing. The MJ's just locked in 20 on the efficient candle short, mate. So well done. That could keep going for a long way. So look, our stats today, Arlen, we've got 3 really, really awesome trades. We gave the price level on all of them. They've gone quite well. We did avoid 3 losing trades, and then we got handed quite a difficult technical session where if we didn't obey our rules, we would have had 3 losing trades. So I deem that a victory. I'm nice and positive. Best trade today was, I think Dan got a 25 pointer, so 700 US. Did anyone else get a 25 pointer today? I know Dan did. Suzanne's had a number of 15s, which are great. So look, all in all, Arlen, we could have made some big mistakes today, but we didn't, and we followed our rules and we've survived again. MJ got a plus 20, so that's pretty good. And we live to fight another day, Arlen, which is really exciting in the game of trading. Really
Hey,
exciting.
that is very good. Listen, I mean, first of all, guys and girls, good job listening to Lachlan. It's important. Really important as well. Let me have a look. Okay. Really, really important as well. If we have anyone watching us that is still not trading with the trading bit, we have a cool little promo at the moment. If you go to our website, you will be able to see that some of our challenges have 40% off. Have a look, check it out on thetradingpit.com. And I mean, that's pretty much it from my side. Lachlan,
That
any
sounds great.
amazing insights?
No, 40% off is great. No, other than the only thing I'd suggest is today we knew we were going to get a technical day. So when we briefed in fact, it's even written on the screen. There's no US or European news, so it's a technical day. So I just said to everybody, we're going to have to rely very heavily on pivots and Fibonacci. So today was very much a case of let the Fibonacci tell you what other people are thinking and take advantage of it. And we've done that, and it's gone well. And again, we're profitable, Arlen. It's been a really profitable week. We've had really, really good week this week. So we're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and grow the LTR as quickly as we can so we can get more people to be profitable and understand why we do what we do. So that's the goal. That's the goal.
Hell yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much, Lachlan.
Pleasure.
See you
Thank
next week.
you, TTP. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye for now, guys. Bye.